you hear them clicks going
704 beats by Alex J.
Yeah. First and 10. We in the trenches. You like the water cooler. You be on the benches. Think your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I leave your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on them big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Cause special teams come punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Lear jet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, we just came to win. Win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house. I'm in a huddle talking to the Hawks. We gonna run it down their throat soon as we get the ball. Come out and fire off the ball. We going on one. My skill position so proficient, break for long runs. Come out running that option. That mean I got the option to keep that or pitch that. Defense, they gotta fix that. 4 receivers, we spread them out in the shotgun. Hot reads, I got some. My tight end so awesome. Touchdowns, I toss some. We score 6, scoreboard, that score 6. Respect the ball, we protect the ball. We don't fumble, no throw picks. I feed my linemen pancakes, so all they blocks are pancakes. Push you around like all night. End of the game, get your handshakes, huh? My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house.
Good evening and welcome to high school football right here on ktcbroadcasting.com, the Gaston County Game of the Week here in the last regular season week of the 2015 season here, week number 12. Live tonight from North Gaston High School here in Dallas, where the Wildcats of North Gaston here in week 12 will host the Lake Norman Charter Knights. Coming up from the Lake Norman area here tonight in Dallas. I'm Dan Howell, joined alongside Derek Smith and also our cameraman tonight, Carson Dockery. As you see right there, we're about 21 minutes away from kickoff here from North Gaston, and bring in Derek Smith. Derek, this is a North Gaston Wildcat team that we've seen now. This will be the third time this season they've been broadcasted right here on ktcbroadcasting.com. Last game we saw was their win, actually, against a big win against Ashbrook in what was an all-out downpour. We've had several of those downpours on Friday nights this season, and that was one of very, very few games a couple weeks back that actually went on and played on that Friday night, and they played it over at Ashbrook High School. And I went away from that game, and I know I went on the post-game show with Kevin Hastings and all those guys back at Network Studios and talked a little bit about that victory that night with those guys. And I really thought that night that Coach Patton went out and really busted Ashbrook in the mouth But since that game, they really haven't sustained any of that momentum that they got going on that Friday night. They're at 3-7 overall and just not painting too pretty of a picture for this 2015 season.
No, the one win in the league, they're 1-5 in the conference. That one win was against Ashbrook that night. Remember, we talked about this on the air, that was kind of the perfect storm, no pun intended, for the Wildcat offense. You know, there's a certain formula that they have to follow to give themselves the best chance to win on a Friday night. And, you know, with their offense, their limited, numbers and so forth, and maybe skill in some positions, they have to go out and do certain things. They have to run the football. They've got to get first downs. They've got to move the chains, got to keep possession of the football, field possession such as that. If you remember, they scored 2 touchdowns in the first half, and they didn't have to score again, if I remember correctly. So they got their points early, played defense, kept the chains moving enough to keep possession of the football, keep it away from Ashbrook, played field position, punted when they had to, came back, played good defense. So that was the perfect night for them. They played as well as they played all year long, I believe. But you're right, they couldn't sustain that success that night. This was a year, I think, that Coach Patton felt like with 4 or 5 wins they could sneak into the playoffs. And, certainly there were some games here and there that could have gone either way for them, and they could be sitting here looking at a playoff spot, maybe with a win tonight over Lake Norman Charter. But as it is, another tough year in Dallas, but I think the folks here at North Gaston like Coach Patton, like the direction they're going in, and feel like he's the best man for their job, and they're pleased with what he's doing out here overall.
So senior night here from Dallas, a very special final regular season game for a lot of these guys that will get honored, I'm sure, in the pregame as being seniors tonight. I don't think the chances of the Wildcats heading to the playoffs looks too pretty. I know you were kind of talking to me about all the scenarios that could take place tonight in week number 12 as we head next week to our first round of the playoffs. Real quick, this Lake Norman Charter football team that comes in tonight, a very young program. First season was a season ago. Looks like their overall varsity record 15-16. They're coached by Mark Steele. Again, they're out of Huntersville. And overall, they bring in a record of 4-5 and 2-4 in league play. Again, their first season, I believe, or were they here last year? Big South 2A, 3A season is this season.
No, they were here last year. We just didn't see them play.
And again, they will be a 2A classification school, and I believe they've already notched themselves into the playoffs for next week. It's now just about seeding, I believe, for them.
Well, I mean, certainly with a win tonight, they are in. There is a scenario in which they don't get in if some things happen, and I'll kind of let you know what I've been told by the folks at the Gaston Gazette as far as what the scenarios win. If they win, they're in. No doubt about it. It'll be win number 5, 5-5, third conference win. They win, they're in. They are out if they lose. Huss beats Ashbrook, and Kramer lose to South Point, which all 3 could happen. Certainly, Cramerton's got a tough road to hoe against South Point tonight. Huss possibly could beat Ashbrook, which Ashbrook team shows up, and Lake Norman Charter could lose tonight here to North Gaston. If all 3 teams win, if Lake Norman Charter wins, if Huss wins, and if Cramerton upsets South Point, they would be the number 2 seed from the Big South among the 2A schools. If all 3 lose tonight, they're the number 1 seed, which is kind of odd to think, but that's the way it's going to happen tonight. They're in with a win most likely, and even with the loss, they could get in as it stands if other things happen between the Battle of the Bell, Ashbrook and Huss, and also that game down in Cramerton tonight with South Point and the Stuart Kramer Storm tonight.
Well, and again, you have to remember Lake Norman Charter is the 2A classification, and I think the teams to really look at tonight from that standpoint are this Lake Norman team, Stuart Kramer and Hunter Huss, right? Which are all teams tied at 2-4 tonight. But
they're all tied, correct about that. But then you've got scenarios who beat who head-to-head and stuff like that kind of figures into it as far as getting, 2 of the 3 are going to be in. The 2As get 2 spots, 1's out, 2 are in. So there's some tiebreakers and so forth, some head-to-heads. You beat me, I beat you, he beat him, and so forth that kind of factor into all that. But that's the best way I can explain it. If they win, they're in.
Yeah, and the Huskies are the ones really on the end of the stick there.
They are.
If they win, they're at 4-7, but again, they're at 3 3 wins right now, so their win percentage just isn't there.
Right,
so
that's what it is, their winning percentage.
And they're down there at the bottom here in the Big South 2A3 along with North Gaston. So that's what we got going on tonight here in Dallas. Again, it is the season finale here from Dallas, the regular season senior night for North Gaston. Let's see if we can do a live look-in from Carson Dockery. Some of these seniors now being honored down on the track. You see right there one of those kids being honored there for the Wildcats. Parents standing side by side with their child, their student athlete. There's another one that steps forward. Looks like he's got his sister with him there. That looks like it's number 20 being honored, Prince Fox. Tonight, the fullback who we've called often in past games right here on ktcbroadcasting.com. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back. I did want to mention this is the FSM Heating and Air of Bessemer City pregame show. Derek Smith, Dan Howell, Carson Dockery. We'll be right back after this quick break. This is high school football right here on ktcbroadcasting.com.
Considering hardwood flooring for your home? Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale, priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow.
Watch and listen to Ashbrook Greenway Sports on ktcbroadcast.com and WCSL1590am.com.
For years, Hicks Go Forth at Car Fair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia has been providing our area with the finest in late model cars, trucks, and vans. And at Car Fair Auto Sales in Gastonia, they feature on-the-lot financing. Come talk with Hicks about your next vehicle purchase. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8 till 2. Call 704-865-8024. Car Fair Auto Sales, 1320 on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Bessemer City Yellow Jacket Sports on ktcbroadcast.com and WCSL1590am.
Great food at affordable prices at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia and Lowell. At lunch, you can get chopped steak and one side for $5.99. Select from pork or beef barbecue, or get a quarter chicken leg and thigh and one side for $4.99. Select from a wide variety of sides, including new items, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, green beans, homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. At Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, East Garrison Boulevard in Gastonia, and off I-85 at McAdenville Road in Lowell. Online at hillbillysbarbecueandsteaks.com.
Since 1934. That's right, 1934. Watson Insurance Agency has been providing the people of our area with the best possible combination of insurance, risk management techniques, and personalized service in the most efficient manner possible. And today that tradition continues. Watson Insurance is one of the largest independently owned brokers in the Southeast, representing over 30 of the largest and financially sound insurance carriers today. Before you buy, get a quote with offices in Gastonia, Lincoln, and Belmont and Lake Wylie. Find out more at watsoninsurance.com.
Watch and listen to Hunter Husky Sports on ktcbroadcast.com and WCSL1590am.
For over 40 years, Roland Black Heating and Cooling in Gastonia has been serving this area with the finest heating and cooling systems, featuring your comfort specialists trained. Roland Black Heating and Cooling provides expert residential and commercial products and services. Their team of certified technicians will exceed your expectations, and they are always available for a free estimate for your home or business. And visit the new location, 501 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on ktcbroadcast.com and WCSL1590am.com.
From soak to spin, the Whirlpool Duet Washer and Dryer pair from Hendrick Appliance in Shelby and Gastonia are designed with features that do more, so you have to do less. With advanced features that sense and adapt to provide the perfect clean automatically. Your clothes will never look newer, and laundry day will look a whole lot easier. See them today at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Stuart Kramer's Storm Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
Introducing the ultimate work-all ATV, the all-new Kodiak 700s at Full Throttle Power Sports. The Kodiak 700s deliver big bore performance at a mid-bore price, starting under $7,000, with class-leading power, ultramatic transmission, rear-sealed wet brake, and more. The Kodiak 700 is unbeatable. Visit Full Throttle Power Sports today. Yamaha ATVs, real world tough. Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy in Stanley is Allen Drug Store in downtown Stanley. And now flu shots are available. Come on in now and get your flu shot before flu season hits. You'll get fast, friendly hometown service at Allen Drug Store in Stanley. And delivery is available too. Allen Drug Store, your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy, serving your pharmaceutical needs. Located on Main Street in downtown Stanley next to the Woodshed. And delivery is available too from Allen Drug Store.
All right, there you see a cheerleader here on senior night getting honored.
They're seniors too?
Yeah, at least one more game in the books for these North Gaston seniors here tonight. And this is week number 12 from Dallas. Derek Smith, Dan Howell, Carson Dockery, about 9 minutes away from kickoff. As we have the North Gaston Wildcats going up against the Lake Norman Charter Knights. Again, this is the FSM Heating and Air pregame show. Take a look at some statistics going into this game tonight for both of these clubs. Let's see if I can get to my information here. Here we go. We'll take a look at North Gaston first. Wildcats tonight offensively on average. Let's see here. Rushing yards, about 207 yards on the ground. I mean, that's what we want to look at there. Again, this is a offense that relies heavily on the ground attack. So 207 yards on average per game, 35 yards through the air. You'll just call it 245 yards of offense per game for the Wildcats. And defensively, give up quite a bit, Derek. Almost 400 yards of offense they're giving up defensively to their opponent per football game. So we'll see what we come across tonight as they, again, play this Lake Norman Charter team. Take a look at some of the individual statistics for North Gaston as they come in for their final regular season game. Rushing-wise, they're led by Prince Fox, again, the senior who was recognized before we went to our break a while ago. And he's had a pretty good season. Week 8 and 9 really stick out. He had 264 yards on 26 carries in Week 8 and 283 yards on 24 carries in Week 9. And that was a week he had 5 touchdowns in that game. So Prince Fox will be a name that we should call tonight often. He averages 108 yards and 1.5 touchdowns per game for the Wildcats. Other notable running backs would be Ethan Wiggins. Ethan Wiggins averaging just about 50 yards a game. And, we take a look at the quarterback position. Again, that's Ethan Wiggins, who's doing the duties there. Also, Bray Wooten has done some time at quarterback, but I think tonight, majority of what we will see could possibly be Wiggins. And then receiving-wise, again, not a whole lot of throwing it around, but they got Tommy McNeil. They've also got Quadri Watson. Bray Wooten, Rakeem Brown. That's about it from a wide receiver position. So that's a quick look at the Wildcats statistically. We'll take another look over at their opponent tonight, Lake Norman Charter. See what they've got to offer offensively as a team. They'll come in tonight averaging on the ground about 83 yards. Passing yards wise 118, 201 yards of offense, giving up about 300 yards on defense. So offensively, kind of an apples to apples offensive showdown we might see between these two teams, just averaging about the same amount. But again, giving up less points on defense is Lake Norman Charter. It looks like we're about to present the colors here before we start this game. So let's take a moment here and tune in to the North Gaston Marching Band down on the track as they play tonight's national anthem. There you have it, North Gaston Wildcats getting national anthem in the books here tonight on senior night. Now they'll play their alma mater, as you hear it in the background. But again, going back to Lake Norman Charter statistically, individually they'll start at quarterback tonight. Teddy Spooner Jr., he comes in averaging passing-wise at quarterback for the Knights, about 118 yards a game through the air. He has thrown for 5 touchdowns. Rushing-wise for the Knights, coming in, leading them will not only be Spooner, but also Sean Dugan, who averages about 50 yards a game. And other than that, it's Kurt Wronski, about 30 yards a game. No one else really shining for them offensively on the ground. So that gives you a little insight on what to expect tonight offensively and defensively for both of these teams. We've got about 3 minutes before kickoff. We'll get in another commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get you set here from Dallas. It's going to be North Gaston and Lake Norman Charter right after this quick break. This is high school football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
When you get into a jam with a plumbing problem, call Champion Plumbing Contractors in Gastonia. They feature 24-hour service for all of your emergency problem needs. Just call 704-729-4801. From residential to commercial, Champion Plumbing Contractors will be there for you. They also do remodeling and new construction. Come by and visit the new offices located at 612 South Chestnut Street in Gastonia, right across from Lineberger Park. To be a champion, call the professionals at Champion Plumbing Contractors, 704-729-4801. You're invited to come see the new location of Detail Telecommunications in Gastonia, now located at 335 East 2nd Avenue. Come tour their Technology Center, where you can see hands-on demonstrations, better serving you with your communication needs. From camera systems to a phone system upgrade, their technicians are professionals and are focused on customer service. Call Detail at 704-867-4507 for more information, or visit the website at detailtel.com. Or better yet, drop by the new offices, 335 East 2nd Avenue in Gastonia. AirQuest Home Comfort Systems provide high-energy comfort for your home. Full Service Mechanical carries the complete line of AirQuest systems for your home cooling and heating needs. We know it's hot outside, and the last thing you want is for it to be hot inside too. If your air conditioning is not working, call Full Service Mechanical 704-259-5040. And if they can't fix it, you don't pay. Contact Full Service Mechanical Heat and Air today for quality and reliability that you can trust. Or visit the website at fsmheatandair.com.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
The new Coyote 3510 tractor is now in stock at Weston Sales in Vale. It's what you've been waiting for, a 34 horsepower Coyote tractor for only $17,900. And now you can take $2,500 off all Coyote DK Series tractors. Plus get a free loader on all Coyote CK Series tractors. And buy a new Coyote UTV and get 0% financing. Come on in now for all the details at Weston Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vale. Online at westonsales.com. Get the cutting edge, get the commercial grade with Kubota's new Z700 series commercial zero-turn mower that raises the bar for quality, durability, precision, and all-around value from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. No other mower in its class even comes close. Cut with the best. Cut with the Kubota Z700 with a comprehensive 2-year warranty. See Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Ask for the new Kubota Z700. It's Rocktoberfest at Crossroads Ford in Shelby. They are mashing down prices even lower than before with special financing and huge cash rebates.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby has just received an additional allocation of inventory from Ford. They are making every deal possible, plus a great line of pre-owned vehicles, over 4,000 vehicles in inventory. Financing like 0% for 72 months. With total savings up to over $9,000. Rocktoberfest, where they mash down the prices at Crossroads Ford, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
He did the monster.
It's like walking through a time capsule. That's what many people say when they walk through Gaston Pickers in Gastonia, voted Gaston County's #1 antique store. From furniture to collectibles to sports memorabilia, you'll find it, plus consignments too. See the new JS Pottery booth with group demonstrations available. That's Gaston Pickers, 503 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, or take exit 19 off I-85. Open 7 days a week. That's Gaston Pickers in Gastonia.
Alrighty, Week 12, high school football. Derek Smith, Dan Howell, Carson Dickery getting you ready to go here from Dallas, North Gaston. And the Lake Norman Charter Knights ready to do battle.
Yeah, they came in the last classification. They're the only non-Gaston County team in this league, and quite frankly, they really didn't want to be in this league. They petitioned to get out and be put in some other 2A league, but the state did not grant their appeal, and thus they are in this league. You know, a lot of charter schools have popped up over the years. We talked about that 1A conference the other week at Bessemer City. The Bessemer and Cherryville, the only two teams in that conference that are traditional public schools.
Right.
Private schools, charter schools, the entire league. And of course, charter schools and public schools have different rules and regulations as far as districts and boundaries and reclassifications and such. And so the public schools feel like maybe it's an uneven playing field when it comes to playing charter schools. And especially in that league where everybody's a charter school except you in Bessemer City.
Right.
A little bit different here in this league, but nonetheless, this school is making waves in the league, and they had a great basketball team last year. I mean, competed amongst the 3A schools, the Huss and the Ashbrooks, in fine fashion. So they're definitely a factor in this league for the time being. It's interesting to see if they stick around during the next classification or not in 2017-18. But here tonight, they are wearing white jerseys, blue breeches, trimmed in some Seattle Seahawk green. The Wildcats in all black, some shiny gold helmets, and tonight's broadcast, the play-by-play man, Daniel Howell.
Yeah, so here we have North Gaston. Looks like they won the toss. They will kick off first. You see it there. They'll go left to right on your screen. And best kicker in the land going to kick off for the Wildcats. Christian Stewart.
He's a good one.
Got to watch him warm up a little bit when I arrived to the field tonight. He was kicking some long ones, folks. I mean, I'm talking about 45 to 49, 50 yards pretty easily.
Had the game winner last time we were here against East Rutherford.
And here's his kickoff. It looks like it's going to be returnable. It will. Across the 10, the 15, the 20 is Lake Norman Charter, and that's where they'll get stood up about the 19-yard line and ran out of bounds over there on the Knight sideline. But tonight, Lake Norman Charter will get the football first and start their offense here at 7:35 is the time. So here are the Knights, and we'll get our first look at them on offense as they look to go right up, actually in a shotgun, one back in the backfield, man in motion. There's a handoff to him. He'll turn the corner and he'll make a nice run out there. That went to Sean Spooner. He's listed as a freshman, 5'9". He might have gotten about 7 yards on that play. That'll bring up a second down and short. So, you know, both these teams, as we looked at the statistics before this game started in the FSM Heating and Air pregame, they like to run the football. Not a whole lot of passing goes on in both these offenses, and this time coming back the other way is a different back. Came in motion just yet again, but to the other side, and that went to Joshua Jones. He's a senior at 5'9" as well. So he goes for a first down in Lake Norman Charter. We'll move the chains for the first time tonight. Again, at quarterback tonight is Teddy Spooner. And he'll go in and crouch there behind his center for the shotgun, but it'll be a handoff to the tailback for his first carry tonight. And a nice little gain there. That went to Sean Dugan. And he got about 4 yards. We'll call it 5. Bring up a second down. Well, it looks like about 2nd and 6. This time they'll go in a full shotgun to Teddy Spooner. He's got 2 backs on each hip. 2 wide receivers down low. We've got an offsides, and jumping offsides was North Gaston. That'll give them 5 free yards. But down there jumping offsides was Lathan Bumgarner. He was a linebacker coming in on a blitz, and he just jumped offsides.
Not quite enough for the first down, but makes it 2nd and about 1 to go. So a good second down opportunity here for the Knights as they approach midfield on their own 47-yard line. They move quite up from the 19-yard line. A couple of plays at a penalty there in midfield already.
There's a handoff. And not going to get the first down. That's a nice gang tackle there by the Wildcat defense. That handoff went again to Sean Spooner, and he didn't get anything. He might have lost a yard. Sorry, Kurt Ronsky.
22.
I see what happened. I've got 2 of those. 2 22s on my roster.
Sure do.
So in the shotgun again, back to pass. That is caught and knocked out of bounds. That might have been a late hit. Let's see. Nope. That was Kurt Ronsky on the carry. I'm sorry, on the catch. That'll move the chains again for another first down. So 0-0 our score on the Hendrick Appliance scoreboard.
Well, 2 22s on the roster. I guess it could be Ronsky or it could be Spooner. The PA announcer calling him Ronsky.
Here's Ronsky on the carry. And he dives up to the 44-yard line. Actually, the 45.
Gain of 4 on the play. Inside of North Gaston territory now on the Wildcat 45-yard line. This offense is a lot like the North Lincoln offense we saw, with just a lot of backs, kind of a wing T type offense, I guess is what you'd call this. Now they're in the I, though, so a lot of different formations from this offense, under center as well.
They'll keep running this same offense. This time a handoff to Ronski. He'll go up the middle. He'll get a first down.
You know, that was the old I formation with the fullback leading up the middle. And he got 9 yards on the play.
And so Ronski has already got his jersey well tainted up a bit out there. He's got a lot of mud on the back of that thing.
Yeah, he sure does. He's not a big guy either.
Spooner right up under center.
Very quick, though.
And they'll go to the fullback, and he'll get a couple.
Out of the I formation once again.
But we saw this a week ago. Some of these fields in the area sure have taken a beating from all this rain.
Well, soccer season as well. Soccer playoffs underway in addition to finishing up high school football. So this time of year, they're going to get beat up a little bit. The Bermuda grass has now turned brown. Not quite as lush as it was in August and September.
Second down for the Knights. They fumbled the football, but it looks like it's picked up.
Dropped it again.
Yeah, fell back on top of it was the Knights. So they'll keep the football, but they'll take a loss on the play. And there was the fullback covering up for them, Sean Dugan.
About a loss of 3 on the play.
So third down and 12.
This is their first 3rd and long tonight on this drive.
For Spooner. So here's the third down snap. Fake pitch out. They'll throw it. Has a man open. Went up to catch it. Couldn't come down with it. Had a guy out there. Number 44. Again, I've got 2 names.
Oh, my gosh.
Either.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, I don't like these max prep rosters. I got to be honest with you. Talked about that the other day. I just don't like these max prep rosters. You know, our roster's on max preps. Well, is it really on max preps? I mean, you got 2 44s, you got 2 10s,
I got 255s.
255s, and that's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
So here's a shotgun now on 4th down. They will go for it. Back to pass. Has a man open. That's a nice catch. They'll be short of the first down, so they'll have to give it over on downs. Almost to that first down marker. Out there caught by number 10, which could be either Connor Noble or Elijah Johnson. So 2 10s on the team.
Johnson.
Well, you know, I mean, again, you got to give us rosters, guys, up here in the press boxes. If you're representing any of these teams as you're on the road, it'd be nice to give the PA guy up here an official roster.
Yeah, this is going to make it a nightmare trying to figure out these stats, but oh well, not going to worry about it.
So North Gaston, on their first offensive series after they hold on defense, go to Prince Fox, and he might have gotten 1. Again, Prince Fox, the leading running back for this North Gaston offense at over 100 yards a game. Quarterback out there, Ethan Wiggins, on a second down for the Wildcats. Wiggins snaps, runs that option. There's the pitch out. That pitch goes again to Prince Fox, who might have gotten another couple yards. That'll bring up a quick third down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is not the down they want to be in, Daniel. 3rd and long. I mean, this is a run-based offense. They don't throw the ball with a lot of success. I mean, they can, but it's not what they want to do. They cannot get in 3rd and long tonight at all and expect to win this football game.
What we mean by that is anything under over 3rd and 5. I think that's what we've talked about in the past with this offense. A 3rd and 5 is somewhat manageable.
Right.
And that's even a stretch at times.
Yeah, it is.
Fake handoff for Wiggins. He ain't going to get it, Derek.
Nope, got a yard.
Yeah, with forward progress, he got about a yard, so they'll have to punt it away. It'll be 4th down just like that for North Gaston.
Yeah, got to punt it back to these guys, and I guess say, well, you play field position, that's okay, and you did stop them last time on 4th down. You got to hope to do that again and get it back. But you absolutely cannot put yourself in 3rd and long. But they've got to kick it away now and give it back to the Knights, who moved the ball real well on that first drive, but fumbled the football, got in 3rd and long themselves, 11-yard pass, but they needed 12 for the first down, and they turned it over to North Gaston.
So here's the snap. Great protection. A wobbly punt. Somewhat short. And it's going to take a North Gaston bounce.
Yeah, 34-yard punt.
Yeah, down to the 36-yard line for Lake Norman. So 0-0 our score. Under 5 minutes here in the first quarter to play.
The school's on Old Statesville Road. It's just north of North Mecklenburg High School if you go up and get off on 485 near the North Mecklenburg High School exit right there, the new part of 485, and go up Old Statesville Road. It's not too far up on the left before you get to Huntersville.
Here they are again on offense. There's a pitch out to Ronski.
Got a couple. Good hit by Bumgarner.
Yeah,
solid tackle.
He's all over the place. This Wildcat bunch has got some good linebackers. Got some big defensive linemen.
And they played good defense against Ashbrook that night, if you remember. Very impressed with their defense that night.
They got 4 on the defensive line. There's Ronski again. That'll bring up a quick third down. He got a couple. That time right up the middle. Meanwhile, Teddy Spooner over there getting his signs from his coaches.
Is that Ronski again?
That was Ronski again, yes.
3rd and 5 for the Lake Norman Charter Knights.
So in the shotgun, this time goes Spooner.
4 receivers.
North Gaston a pass rush, it looks like 4.
Yep.
And there's a handoff. Going to run right into the hands of a Wildcat defender. He can't hold on to him now to come back the other way and get close to a first down. That went Sean Dugan that time. He got the handoff and went to his left into the arms, right into the arms out there of big old number 77, Mitchell Carr. And he just couldn't hold on to him, and Dugan got away and went back to the right and scooted all the way out just short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 1.5. They'll punt it away, it looks like, though, Derek. I'm kind of surprised at this, considering that they went for it on that last 4th down. But then again, they were kind of in no man's land. So somewhat of this first quarter, and it's gotten away quick, has been a field position battle.
Playing it safe, I think, on 4th and 1 just at midfield.
Oh, fake it! Yep. Got it, and they got him.
Yep.
They got it. Yeah, I was somewhat surprised to see them go out and punt on that. That's why I kind of questioned that. I wondered if there was a little trickeration going to happen there, and it did.
Snapped it to the up back in the punt formation and just ran it right up the middle. Got the first down, got about 7 yards on the play, so they got plenty of yardage on that play to move the chains. Now on the North Gaston 48-yard line.
So here it is on first down after the fake punt. They'll go again to Ronski, and we got a flag that was thrown down. Might be a hold based on where it was thrown. Yep, hold against Lake Norman. That'll back them up 10 yards, so it'll be 1st down and 20. As they'll back it up in their own territory. Back to the 42-yard line of Lake Norman.
5-yard penalty. That's their first of the night.
10-yard.
10-yard penalty.
Yep. 10-yard holding penalty. So shotgun goes Spooner. This time they go into a traditional, look like kind of somewhat of a pro offense. 2 receivers up top, 2 down low. Going to throw it right over the middle. Got a man wide open, and it's in and out of the hands.
Good defense
of the intended receiver out there. That's a big target, too.
But Spooner's showing that he's got an arm. Threw that ball down the field real well. Threw it a little bit high. Receiver had to go up and try to make a stab at it. Good defense knocked away at the last minute by North Gaston's Darius Boone.
Matt Scott was the intended receiver for Lake Norman. So they'll go back to the same formation. This time Ronski's going to come across in motion. Now he'll run a route. And that is picked off by the Wildcats. That was in and out of the hands of the receiver out there on that run. That was running that route was number 34. Who picked that off?
I'll have to ask Coach Patton that.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him later. Ask Daniel Britton. He'll know. So now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. After the interception. So nice defense for them. And it looks like a bad play there by Ethan Wiggins. It was busted. You had one guy going across in motion, and Wiggins took that snap to go run an option to his right with no one to pitch to.
Yeah, -7 on that play. -3 yards of total offense.
Where are these leaves coming from?
Trees back behind us.
I mean, there are just so many leaves falling
Oh,
here.
man, tell me about it. And I've already raked them twice this fall.
Here's a handoff. I believe that's to Prince Fox, and he's going to go nowhere to bring up another quick 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long, not what they want to be in. And, you know, it's difficult to draw up a play when you're a run-based offense on 3rd and long. Got a couple, did Fox. But just not a lot of offense on these 2 drives as of yet for this Wildcat offense. But no score. We're still in the ball game.
Yeah, both these teams pretty much so far punching back and forth.
Yeah.
And on the 3rd down, it's a fake handoff to Fox, and it goes to Wiggins, and
Not a bad play.
No, and it's going to be short of the 1st down. That'll bring up the 4th down.
Got 13 good yards on the play. Needed more than that, though. But that play worked on 3rd and long. Just didn't. If they hadn't got themselves in that -7 on the first play, they would have moved the chains.
So 4th down.
They're going to go for it. 4th and 3, a long 3 it looks like, from the Knight 40-yard line.
Prince Fox up the middle, and he didn't get it, did he?
Yeah, it's tough to get 3 yards up the middle on 4th down especially. Gave him a yard with forward progress, but on downs, they'll turn it over to Lake Norman Charter.
Yep, so Lake Norman Charter right back on offense. This will be their 3rd series tonight. North Gaston's had 2.
They're on their own 39-yard line.
So in the shotgun goes Spooner. He's got those receivers 2 up top. 2 down low, 1 there in the backfield. Going to throw it. I think that was incomplete, wasn't it? Nope, they'll say it was a catch.
It was. Number 85 on the reception.
Yeah, that is, again, Matt Scott.
What did they give him on the play? No gain? Well, let's see. They haven't moved the football yet.
They have not, have they? Now they will.
Now they will.
2?
Let's see. No more than 2. We'll give him 3. Quarterback now 3 of 6, 1 pick, 19 yards.
So he'll go back to pass again. 3-step drop, going to his left. Now he'll fire over. He's got a nice arm, but that was way out of the reach of his running back who ran that route out of the backfield. That was Wrongski.
He can throw it down the field. He's got a good arm. Not a lot of accuracy yet tonight, but he does have a good arm throwing the football. Looks very comfortable throwing the football. I mean, like a throwing type quarterback.
Well, let's see if he throws here after throwing the last 2 plays. They haven't run on this possession, really.
Excuse me.
And here they go. They will run right up the middle.
Draw play.
And that's going to go for maybe 3 past the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down, but more importantly, that's going to end the first quarter. So after quarter number 1, 0-0 our score on your Hendrick Appliance scoreboard. Let's take a quick break. We'll switch ends, come back, and get you set for quarter number 2 right here. Gaston County Game of the Week on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Come out to the Happy Shack Smoke Shop this week as they celebrate their 1-year anniversary. The Happy Shack is your #1 destination for all things vape and tobacco in the Piedmont of North Carolina. The Happy Shack is located on 4322 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, right across from McKinney Chevrolet. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 and closed on Sundays. You can call the Happy Shack at 980-833-8053 or you can visit them online at happyshack420.com. And listen to Forest View Jaguar Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590am.com.
Bringing you back with a little tunes from the North Gaston Marching Band. Carson Dockery now going to pan on down to the field as we get set for quarter number 2. This time Lake Norman will move left to right. They will punt to start this quarter on 4th down. Here's the snap, and what a punt. Wow. All the way back, chasing it. And to return, still on his feet down across the 10. He slipped and fell. I believe for North Gaston was Rakeem Brown on the return, but wow, what a punt by Lake Norman Charters. Connor Noble, where's number 10? So Connor Noble, the punter. Beautiful kick. And again, we talked mostly about field position. In these types of games, you do not want to cough up an easy turnover. And right now, the Wildcats are backed up deep in their own territory to start pretty much this second quarter. Here's Ethan Wiggins on the quarterback keeper. And he'll come out across the 20 to the 22 on a nice gain. It's like a pickup of about 8. And it was 8-yard pickup for Wiggins. So second down and 2. Wiggins again on the keeper, going to fall maybe short, bring up third and about a yard.
Well, that's where you want to be, 3rd and 1 in this offense. They've yet to get a first down. This could be their first down of the night should they convert here on 3rd, about 1.5.
Nope.
They're on the 23-yard line maybe, down at this angle. This is doable. Not like that, though.
Nope.
Bounced out. Got it.
And he got the first down. That's Prince Fox.
Got about 7 on that play. First down number 1 tonight.
Yeah, for the Wildcats. So, again, field position-wise, they were backed up pretty deep, and now they've brought that out just past the 30 to the 31-yard line, and they got a first down. Here's Wiggins. He'll hand it. No, he won't. He'll keep it. And Wiggins, with forward progress, might have gotten 3.
About to the 35-yard line. Would be a gain of 3 for the quarterback Wiggins. That's his 5th carry, 18 yards, 3.6 a clip. Still just 29 yards of offense on 3 possessions tonight for North Gaston.
Second down now and 7 for the Wildcats. They're moving pretty quick. This time they'll give it to Fox. He's a big load to bring down, but he's taken down short of the 40. They'll spot it on the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down, and again a manageable down here under 5 yards, so about 3rd and 3, 2.5.
Yeah.
For the Wildcats.
So now, maybe for the first time, back-to-back first downs, and that's what you want in this offense, is keep the chains moving. Even if you're just using time and field position and playing that game, you want to keep the chains moving. Touchdowns will come, hopefully.
Handoff Fox,
down.
and he got the first down.
Got stripped of the football, I think, though.
Is already down.
Yes, he was. 5-yard gain.
So their third first down on this series. They move the chains again.
On the 45-yard line. This is their best drive of the night. Now nearing midfield.
Here's Wiggins, and he will keep it. He's got some running room across midfield. Has a blocker out there, and finally tackled by Lake Norman's Matt Francomano.
12-yard gain.
And that will be a 12-yard gain and another first down for the Wildcats.
So moving the football now, moving the chains in this offense, starting to get into a rhythm. You know, that's what you want to do with this type of triple option offense, is get into a rhythm. Run some different plays. Keep it, pitch it, read your defense. Vary it a little bit.
Quarterback keeper by Wiggins, maybe a yard with forward progress on this drive. They have been really heavy running the ball on that left side of Wiggins, which would be toward that North Gaston sideline. Have yet to really see them run something to the right. Let's see if they try to change it up. They see something they like, I guess, on that left side as far as running room. Let's see if they try to attack that same side again right here. Wiggins back to pass. He'll throw. He's got a man open. And catch and touchdown out there made by the speedy Rakeem Brown.
43 yards.
Rakeem Brown caught that. You saw it right there by Carson Dockery. Bobbled it. Almost dropped it. And Ted Ginn, if you're watching this, that's how you catch a ball like that. You missed one almost just like that. That was huge on Monday night. So Rakeem Brown with the catch and touchdown to make it 6-0 on your Hendrick Appliance scoreboard. So we await the extra point. You know, you lull them to sleep on every one of those running plays, and then you catch them off guard. He was wide open, wasn't he?
That's what you do. You don't necessarily pass to pass. You pass to catch them sleeping. You suck them in with the run, get everybody up near the line of scrimmage, 10, 11 men in the box, and then you go right by them, and typically you're wide open.
Yeah, offsides on Lake Norman is the call you see there on the screen. North Gaston, I guess, will take that on the kickoff, 5 yards. So here's the Christian Stewart extra point, and it is good. 7:44 in quarter number 2 left. It's 7-0. Wildcats on top. We'll take a quick break. This is high school football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Flooring for your home. Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ramlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale. Priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. At Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors in Ramlow.
Watch and listen to Ashbrook Greenway Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL 1590am.com.
For years, Hicks Go Forth at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia has been providing our area with the finest in late model cars, trucks, and vans. And at Carfair Auto Sales in Gastonia, they feature on-the-lot financing. Come talk with Hicks about your next vehicle purchase. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8 till 2. Call 704-865-8024. Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Bessemer City Yellow Jacket Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL 1590am.
7-0, North Gaston on top.
We're ready.
So here's the kickoff. Start this drive after the Wildcat touchdown. Lake Norman Charter now will go back on offense. They trail 7-0. in this second quarter. But again, Rakeem Brown wide open for the touchdown. Made a beautiful catch. Nice throw by Ethan Wiggins to put this ball club up. Again, this is a team looking to get their 4th win and close out the regular season. And they're 7 points close to doing that. But we will see what Lake Norman has on this offensive drive. Remember, Wildcats get the ball to start the third quarter, so that's some advantage they got. There's an interception by the Wildcats on a screen pass out there by Lake Norman, and a defender snuck in there and got the interception. You see it right there. Number 33 was able to sniff that out. That was Jarquez Elder who sniffed that out and got the interception, and wow, what a defensive play by Elder. Big-time defensive interception right there. Put his name in the hat for your West End Sales Avail Defensive Player of the Game, which we'll call at the end of the game tonight. But that was a nice interception there by Elder. So Wildcats right back in business with a first down and goal to go after the interception. Snap. Quarterback keeper, Wiggins, did he drop it? No, he did not. But Lake Norman Charter trying to strip that left and right from Wiggins. And we've seen a lot of good defensive plays this season, but that one's one of the top 5 easily. What a play by Elder to get in there and pick that one off. That is not an easy interception, folks. The recognition, anticipation on that one. He jumped it just right.
Yeah, did.
And there is a touchdown by Prince Fox.
6 yards.
Easy into the end zone to make it 13-0. What a swing for the Wildcats here in the second quarter to go up 13 on Lake Norman Charter. And you kind of had this feeling Lake Norman Charter would come out and give a respectable run on offense. But Elder was able to get that pick and set up another score by the Wildcats to make it 13-0. Now Christian Stewart looking to make it 14. There's the snap. The kick is up for Christian Stewart, and it's good. So just like that, North Gaston up 14-0, 6:57 to go in the half. We'll take another break, come right back. This is high school football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Great food at affordable prices at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia and Lowell. At lunch, you can get chopped steak and one side for $5.99. Select from pork or beef barbecue, or get a quarter chicken leg and thigh and one side for $4.99. Select from a wide variety of sides, including new items, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, green beans, homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. At Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, East Garrison Boulevard in Gastonia, and off I-85 at McAdenville Road in Lowell. Online at hillbillysbarbecueandsteaks.com.
$14-0, North Gaston on top after a Jarquez Elder interception that set up a 6-yard touchdown run by Prince Fox. Gives the Wildcats the edge here on senior night from Dallas. Quarter number 2. 14-0. So Stewart teeing it up on the 40-yard line. He'll be ready to kick it off. Oh, an onside kick. Watch out. And was it covered up? It was by Lake Norman Charter. So a little sneaky there by the Wildcats. They tried to get an onside kick. They'll give the Knights good field position after they were able to recognize that and cover it up.
Yeah, Coach Patton going for the juggler, really trying to flip this game around a little bit with a 14-0 lead. And, 14-0 lead with the defense for North Gaston plays into their hands. We'll see what they can do on offense, add more points to it or get a little conservative and just play field position defense the rest of the way out.
Wildcats coming on the blitz. It's picked up by the fullback. Nice block. There's a pass and a catch made. Nice catch made out there by Davis Wilder, number 34.
I think they went to 33.
Yeah,
we would have a 34.
34. It went to 34.
You're right. We don't even have a 33 on here.
Davis Wilder. Yeah, so, offensively, you have to see how this lead, a 14-point lead by the Wildcats, changes Lake Norman Charter's offensive game plan.
Throwing on first down.
Yeah, they came in tonight running just about every play. Now they've been throwing it quite a bit. There's another catch made. It'll stay inbound. Clock will continue to run. That goes to Connor Noble.
Or Elijah Johnson.
Well, I'm going by Daniel Britton's call over the PA. Maybe he's got a different roster than what we've got. Connor Noble is what he's calling over the PA.
Third and 1 from the North Gaston 44-yard line. They've thrown on the first 2 plays 4- and 5-yard completions. Might run it here.
Yep, we've got movement. That'll be a 5-yard penalty on Lake Norman.
Yeah, Cody Moses, number 27, I believe, was in a 2-point stance, dropped to a 3-point stance, and that's what the penalty will be.
Yeah, and he's just checked into the game.
Yeah, he did. Not a good way to get any more PT, I wouldn't think.
Looks like he's going to get to stay in for another snap.
I don't know why he would have gone to a 3-point stance from the 2-point stance.
He kind of got caught on his toes. He got caught on his toes.
Good point. May just leaned over too much, off balance.
Here's the snap.
He's in the block.
Yeah, and he did not block that, and there's a sack.
Yeah.
And 27 there was supposed to, on his assignment, was supposed to pick up that blitz of Ethan Costner, and Costner got to the quarterback very easily for the sack. That'll bring up a 4th down.
8-yard loss on the sack. Brings up 4th, and they will kick it away. 1 punt tonight for 41 yards. That was that booming punt we saw a minute ago.
This is Connor Noble on the punt. Here's a snap. Here's the kick. It's another decent kick, a wobbly kick. And Fox just waves that off. And that'll roll down close to the 15 or to the 10.
At a 44-yard line with the roll.
So the Wildcats now back on offense with a 14-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, this is high school football on KTCBroadcasting.com. Gaston County game of the week tonight, senior night from North Gaston.
On about the 12-yard line, it looks like.
Week number 12.
Always gets by quick, doesn't it? You don't think it is, and then all of a sudden you're done. And you're in November and you're playing playoff games.
Yeah, next Friday night we shall have a playoff game for you from somewhere. Again, no video will be available for the playoffs, but we will have audio. Here's a option pitch that goes to Fox. He'll go across the 15 up to about the 19-20-yard line.
Number 32, Sean Dugan.
In on the tackle, Sean Dugan.
I think your play calling gets a little bit different now with a 14-0 lead and you're playing good defense. I think now you really can do some things, and certainly you don't have to get a first down. You can kick it away, put your defense back out there, 2-touchdown lead, and this kind of offense can be tough if you play keep away, which is what they did against Ashbrook back in October. 8-yard gain, Fox.
Go to Fox again. Fox going to run off to his right offensive line, who blocks for him out there, and
about 7 more.
Gets another nice gain out to the 30-yard line.
You can keep pounding up the middle now, I think, with a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, I think so too. First down and 10 for North Gaston, and more importantly, able to chip away this clock.
All right, keep that defense out there, pound away at them, beat them up a little bit. Keep the offense on the field, on the sideline rather. They're up to the 30-yard line.
Fake handoff, looking to throw is Wiggins. He throws a bullet. That's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know why you're throwing that necessarily. I don't like that call. That wasn't the time, I don't think, where they were lulled to sleep yet by a series of runs. That's just not what they should be doing, in my opinion. They're better when they lull somebody to sleep and then hit them with a quick pass instead of lining up and passing the football. I think you can keep running the football on these guys a little bit. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 for North Gaston. Wiggins takes the snap, going to look the pitch, keep it on his own. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 8.
Kings Mountain 20, East Burke nothing. Second quarter score. Looking at some scores here real quick. Let's see what we got elsewhere.
Wildcats have got 10 seconds on this play clock. On a 3rd down, about 8. And that'll bring up 4th down. That was a pitch out to Bryce Cobb. He's a sophomore. Looks pretty quick, but not able to get up through the hole quick enough. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I think this is the smart move here by the Wildcats, but we've got a timeout by Lake Norman, so we'll break as well. They'll call a timeout before the punt. We'll be right back. 14-0 North Gaston.
1934. That's right, 1934. Watson Insurance Agency has been providing the people of our area with the best possible combination of insurance, risk management techniques, and personalized service in the most efficient manner possible. And today that tradition continues. Watson Insurance is one of the largest independently owned brokers in the Southeast, representing over 30 of the largest and financially sound insurance carriers today. Before you buy, get a quote with offices in Gastonia, Lincoln, and Belmont and Lake Wylie. Find out more at watsoninsurance.com.
Watch and listen to Hunter Husky Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL.
Welcome back. We've got some scores there.
Yeah, Forest View 21, East Gaston 7, 10-19 second quarter. That is for sole possession of second place in the Big South Conference and the second playoff spot behind South Point from that league.
East Gaston, a high potent offense. I believe they put up a bunch of points.
They have scored a lot of points this year. They've been in the 40s many times this year. They've got a good balanced run-throw based offense, but struggling tonight against the Jaguar defense. I think that game is in Mount Holly at Arrowwood Stadium. Kick it away.
Yep, Wildcats going to kick it away, back to punt. And there's a snap that rolls back, but they've got good protection back there. And a fair catch made out there by Lake Norman. That fair catch, Jordan Howlett.
38-yard punt.
So 14-0, you know, Lake Norman gets a stop. They really probably would look to get a score here, you know, as they go into that third quarter.
14-13, Crest leads Shelby. That's a big one up there, obviously. Maybe the biggest one in the state this weekend.
There's a shotgun rolling out to his left and throwing it out of bounds. Or was that caught? That was caught. So they continue to throw here. Teddy Spooner. That went to Sean Dugan. I'll bring up a second down now for the Knights. Spooner. Got trips up to his left. One out to his right. Now a man will come in motion. One-on-one coverage out there, going to make the toss, and the catch is made. Look out across the 30, and then fumbles the football, and North Gaston picks it up. Wow. A catch, a run, a fumble, and the Wildcats recover it.
About a 42-yard completion. That went to number 84, correct?
Yeah, Rakeem Brown was on the cover there.
Or 81.
A fumble, after the catch. You know, he ran with that, got some yards after the catch, and then it was really stripped out of his hands as he was going to the ground. Wasn't down yet, and now North Gaston comes away with it. Quarterback keeper. And he might have gotten a yard, if any. If not, it'll just be a no gain, but he got 2 yards.
2 minutes in the quarter, Daniel. Under 2 minutes in the quarter now.
2-yard gain.
I would think this is
3-yard gain.
the last possession of the night, possibly. And I think if you're North Gaston, a first down or two, take a knee, 14-0. Good first half for the Wildcats. I think they did about everything they wanted to do. Got some first downs, got some touchdowns, took advantage of a turnover. And now take advantage of a turnover here, keep it away from the Knights and hold them scoreless in the first half. Shorten the game a little bit. Ethan Wiggins.
Yeah, quarterback keeper. I'm sorry, yeah, Ethan Wiggins, you're right.
And the Knights have called timeout to stop the clock, hoping to get maybe one more possession out of it.
Timeout, Knights.
All right, so they called a timeout. Let's take another quick break. We'll be right back. This is high school football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
For over 40 years, Roland Black Heating and Cooling in Gastonia has been serving this area with the finest heating and cooling systems, featuring your comfort specialists trained. Roland Black Heating and Cooling provides expert residential and commercial products and services. Their team of certified technicians will exceed your expectations, and they are always available for a free estimate for your home or business. And visit the new location, 501 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
And listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
From soak to spin, the Whirlpool Duet Washer and Dryer Pair from Hendrick Appliance in Shelby and Gastonia.
All right, out of the timeout, here come the Wildcats. Lake Norman took that timeout. It's a third down for North Gaston. Watch a blitz. They give it to Prince Fox, and he gets the first down easily.
Number 20, Prince Fox.
About a 9-yard gain.
First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, he got a good run there. That'll move the chains.
Fox, 11 carries, 52 yards. Doesn't seem like a lot, but he has ran it well, got some first downs, kept the chains moving for his team. If he gets 85 or 90 yards, they'll win this football game tonight.
So on that first down, Wiggins, a pitch to Fox. Fox to midfield and some more before he's taken out of bounds.
It's a 19-yard run.
Another first down.
That stopped the clock at 42.5 seconds. Will they get greedy here, Daniel?
It wouldn't hurt to get another score before the half. That would be some good insurance as you go into that third quarter and have the ball. Wiggins pitching back to Fox. Fox. A nice gain there.
Yeah, we'll see a heavy dose of Fox in the second half, I believe. 34 seconds. Another timeout called by, I think, North Gaston. Ronaldo Auto Mall post-game show follows our broadcast tonight. Crew back at network headquarters in Cherryville, breaking down the games, giving scores, taking your calls, toll-free across the state. The Witherspoon Insurance pregame show at 5:30 next Friday kicks off the day's coverage from playoff destinations across the area. Find out about the playoffs come up Saturday afternoon. Seating, standings, check the GastonGazette.com. At Gaston Gazette Sports on Twitter to find out where the teams in the area will be dispatched the state playoff games next week. Season winds down, heading toward destinations like Chapel Hill and Raleigh, Wake Forest for state championship games. I'm not sure where this 3A bunch will be. Certainly South Point has designs to get to a state championship game wherever it may be this year, as they always do. I mean, that's what their expectations are year in and year out. It never changes. They've got the ability to get there too. They lead, by the way, 21-0 over Kramer right now, according to Richard Walker, the Gazette.
Watch out, we got a penalty before that snap. Out of the timeout.
No time off the clock. Goes against the Wildcats. Second penalty of the night.
Yeah, that'll go against North Gaston. .34 seconds left in the half. And what do we got here? Another timeout?
Timeout.
Well, we'll break with it as well. So timeout, 34 seconds to go, 14-0, North Gaston.
Designed with features that do more, so you have to do less. With advanced features that sense and adapt to provide the perfect clean automatically. Your clothes will never look newer, and laundry day will look a whole lot easier. See them today at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Stuart Kramer Storm Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
Introducing the ultimate work all ATV, the all-new Kodiak 700s at full throttle power sports. The Kodiak 700s deliver big bore performance at a mid-bore price, starting under $7 grand, with class-leading power, ultramatic transmission, rear-sealed wet brake, and more. The Kodiak 700 is unbeatable. Visit Full Throttle Power Sports today. Yamaha ATVs, real world tough. Full Throttle Power Sports.
All right, out of the timeout. Wildcats, 34 seconds to go. Now, they're getting close to kicking no flag. Look, gonna bomb one out, and it's caught. Oh, it's a touchdown, North Gaston.
40 yards.
That was close to being a penalty flag on that play. That reminded me of Carolina Speed football. He was coming across in motion and started to go forward before the snap. But Cobb was not called for it, but he got a huge jump pre-snap on that one, and that was missed by the sideline judge, and Cobb got down that sideline and took in the throw for the touchdown, and that'll make it now 20-0 Wildcats. That was a huge knockout punch there by North Gaston. The kick is up, and it's good. 21-0 North Gaston. You see it, 27 seconds to go in the half. We'll be right back.
85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy in Stanley is Allen Drug Store in downtown Stanley. And now flu shots are available. Come on in now and get your flu shot before flu season hits. You'll get fast, friendly hometown service at Allen Drug Store in Stanley. And delivery is available too. Allen Drug Store, your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy, serving your pharmaceutical needs. Located on Main Street in downtown Stanley next to the Woodshed. And delivery is available too from Allen Drug Store. When you get into a
27-0. I'm sorry, 21-0. 27 seconds to go, as you saw it there on the clock in the second quarter. And how about that? 2 of the 3 touchdowns, who would have thunk, from the Wildcats came on passes. So here's Christian Stewart. See if he puts this one into the end zone or lets them return it. Looks like it will be returnable. So here it is, brought out. And a decent return out to the 24-yard line for Lake Norman. That out there was returned by Cody Moses.
Number 24, Kareem Kennedy on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Well, let's see, this might be the final play of the first half. Coming up at the break, take a look at some of the band members that may be honored here on senior night at the half. Also, Carson Dockery will bring you halftime statistics before we get started in that third quarter tonight. Here's Spooner on the snap, gives a pump fake, now will throw it, and it's almost picked off by the Wildcats. Out there on defense covering that one up was Darius Boone. That'll bring up a second down for Lake Norman.
Well, certainly they'll have to throw in the second half to get back in the football game, which kind of plays into the defense's hands, especially as aggressive as the defense has been tonight for North Gaston with the interception, 2 interceptions tonight.
And right there, an almost near interception has got this Wildcat defense very confident when that ball is tossed by this offense of Lake Norman, so they need to be careful. And there's a fumble, but it's picked up. And that's going to do it, I believe, here in the first half. So there you have it. 21-0, first half in the books from Dallas. This has been all North Gaston. We'll take a break, come back and get you some statistics here at the halftime. Both clubs will go into their respective field houses, talk about this one, and we'll get set to come out to do battle again in the third quarter. But it is all North Gaston, 21-0. This is high school football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com, Gaston County Game of the Week.
With a plumbing problem, call Champion Plumbing Contractors in Gastonia. They feature 24-hour service for all of your emergency problem needs. Just call 704-729-4801. From residential to commercial, Champion Plumbing Contractors will be there for you. They also do remodeling and new construction. Come by and visit the new offices located at 612 South Chestnut Street in Gastonia, right across from Lineberger Park. To be a champion, call the professionals at Champion Plumbing Contractors, 704-729-4801. You're invited to come see the new location of Detail Telecommunications in Gastonia, now located at 335 East 2nd Avenue. Come tour their Technology Center, where you can see hands-on demonstrations, better serving you with your communication needs. From camera systems to a phone system upgrade, their technicians are professionals and are focused on customer service. Call Detail at 704-867-4507 for more information, or visit the website at detailtel.com. Or better yet, drop by the new offices, 335 East 2nd Avenue in Gastonia. AirQuest Home Comfort Systems provide high-energy comfort for your home. Full Service Mechanical carries the complete line of AirQuest systems for your home cooling and heating needs. We know it's hot outside, and the last thing you want is for it to be hot inside too. If your air conditioning is not working, call Full Service Mechanical, 704-259-5040. And if they can't fix it, you don't pay. Contact Full Service Mechanical Heat and Air today for quality and reliability that you can trust, or visit the website at fsmheatandair.com.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
The new Coyote 3510 tractor is now in stock at Weston Sales in Vale. It's what you've been waiting for, a 34 horsepower Coyote tractor for only $17,900. And now you can take $2,500 off all Coyote DK Series tractors. Plus get a free loader on all Coyote CK Series tractors. And buy a new Coyote UTV and get 0% financing. Come on in now for all the details at West End Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vale. Online at westendsales.com. Get the cutting edge, get the commercial grade with Kubota's new Z700 Series Commercial Zero Turn Mower. that raises the bar for quality, durability, precision, and all-around value from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. No other mower in its class even comes close. Cut with the best. Cut with the Kubota Z700 with a comprehensive 2-year warranty. See Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Ask for the new Kubota Z700. It's Rocktoberfest at Crossroads Ford in Shelby. They are mashing down prices even lower than before with special financing and huge cash rebates.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby has just received an additional allocation of inventory from Ford. They are making every deal possible, plus a great line of pre-owned vehicles, over 4,000 vehicles in inventory. Financing like 0% for 72 months with total savings up to over $9,000. Rocktoberfest, where they mash down the prices at Crossroads Ford, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
It is the monster mash.
It's like walking through a time capsule. That's what many people say when they walk through Gaston Pickers in Gastonia, voted Gaston County's #1 antique store. From furniture to collectibles to sports memorabilia, you'll find it, plus consignments too. See the new JS Pottery booth with group demonstrations available. That's Gaston Pickers, 503 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, or take exit 19 off I-85. Open 7 days a week. That's Gaston Pickers in Gastonia.
Come out to the Happy Shack Smoke Shop this week as they celebrate their 1-year anniversary. The Happy Shack is your #1 destination for all things vape and tobacco in the Piedmont of North Carolina. The Happy Shack is located on 4322 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, right across from McKinney Chevrolet. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 and closed on Sundays. You can call the Happy Shack at 980-833-8053, or you can visit them online at happyshack420.com. And listen to Forest View Jaguar Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590am.com.
Considering hardwood flooring for your home? Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale. Priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow.
Watch and listen to...
Welcome back. We are in Dallas, North Carolina. I'm Carson Dockery, and this is the KTC Broadcasting Gaston County Game of the Week. North Gaston up 21-0 on the Lake Norman Charter Knights. Get you some halftime stats. We'll start with the visiting Knights. Rushing, we'll start with rushing. The quarterback, Teddy Spooner, has 3 carries for -14 yards. Running back number 22, Kurt Ronsky, with 7 carries for 26 yards. Joshua Jones, 1 rush for 8 yards. Sean Dugan, 4 rushes for 17 yards. Now on to passing. Quarterback Teddy Spooner is 7 of 14 for 74 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Receiving, wide receiver Connor Noble has 2 receptions for 16 yards. Kurt Ronsky with 1 reception for 5 yards. Matt Scott with 1 reception for 3 yards. Davis Wilder, 1 reception for 4 yards. Sean Dugan with 1 reception for 4 yards. And David Gonzalez with 1 reception for 42 yards. Now on to your, well, maybe not your, but the North Gaston Wildcats. Start with rushing. Quarterback Ethan Wiggins with 10 rushes for 39 yards at the half. Running back Prince Fox with 13 carries for 78 yards, one carry, was a 6-yard touchdown run. Passing, obviously North Gaston, a triple option team that doesn't pass it a whole lot. Ethan Wiggins, though, has made the big play tonight when he's been asked to throw. He has 2 completions out of 3 attempts for 83 yards, and both of those completions were touchdowns. To the 2 receivers that caught those 2 touchdown passes, Rakeem Brown with 1 reception for a 43-yard touchdown, and receiver Bryce Cobb with 1 reception for a 40-yard touchdown. That's your halftime stats.
Greenway Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590am.com.
For years, Hicks Go Forth at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia has been providing our area with the finest in late model cars, trucks, and vans. And at Carfair Auto Sales in Gastonia, they feature on-the-lot financing. Come talk with Hicks about your next vehicle purchase. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8 till 2. Call 704-865-8024. Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Bessemer City Yellow Jacket Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590 AM.
Great food at affordable prices at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia and Lowell. At lunch, you can get chopped steak and one side for $5.99. Select from pork or beef barbecue, or get a quarter chicken leg and thigh and one side for $4.99. Select from a wide variety of sides, including new items, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, green beans, homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. At Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, East Garrison Boulevard in Gastonia, and off I-85 at McAdenville Road in Lowell. Online at hillbillysbarbecueandsteaks.com.
Since 1934. That's right, 1934. Watson Insurance Agency has been providing the people of our area with the best possible combination of insurance, risk management techniques, and personalized service in the most efficient manner possible. And today that tradition continues. Watson Insurance is one of the largest independently owned brokers in the Southeast, representing over 30 of the largest and financially sound insurance carriers today. Before you buy, get a quote with offices in Gastonia, Lincoln, and Belmont and Lake Wylie. Find out more at watsoninsurance.com.
Watch and listen to Hunter Husky Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL 1590 AM.
For over 40 years, Roland Black Heating and Cooling in Gastonia has been serving this area with the finest heating and cooling systems, featuring your comfort specialists trained. Roland Black Heating and Cooling provides expert residential and commercial products and services. Their team of certified technicians will exceed your expectations, and they are always available for a free estimate for your home or business. And visit the new location, 501 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590 AM.com.
From soap to spin, the Whirlpool Duet Washer and Dryer pair from Hendrick Appliance in Shelby and Gastonia are designed with features that do more, so you have to do less. With advanced features that sense and adapt to provide the perfect clean automatically. Your clothes will never look newer, and laundry day will look a whole lot easier. See them today at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Stuart Kramer Storm Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL 1590 AM.com.
Introducing the ultimate work all ATV, the all-new Kodiak 700s at Full Throttle Power Sports. The Kodiak 700s deliver big bore performance at a mid-bore price, starting under $7,000, with class-leading power, ultramatic transmission, rear-sealed wet brake, and more. The Kodiak 700 is unbeatable. Visit Full Throttle Power Sports today. Yamaha ATVs, real world tough. Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy in Stanley is Allen Drug Store in downtown Stanley. And now flu shots are available. Come on in now and get your flu shot before flu season hits. You'll get fast, friendly hometown service at Allen Drug Store in Stanley. And delivery is available too. Allen Drug Store, your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy, serving your pharmaceutical needs. Located on Main Street in downtown Stanley next to the Woodshed. And delivery is available too from Allen Drug Store. When you get into a jam with a plumbing problem, call Champion Plumbing Contractors in Gastonia. They feature 24-hour service for all of your emergency problem needs. Just call 704-729-4801. From residential to commercial, Champion Plumbing Contractors will be there for you. They also do remodeling and new construction. Come by and visit the new offices located at 612 South Chestnut Street in Gastonia, right across from Lineberger Park. To be a champion, call Call the professionals at Champion Plumbing Contractors, 704-729-4801. You're invited to come see the new location of Detail Telecommunications in Gastonia, now located at 335 East 2nd Avenue. Come tour their Technology Center, where you can see hands-on demonstrations, better serving you with your communication needs. From camera systems to a phone system upgrade, their technicians are professionals and are focused on customer service. Call Detail at 704-867-4507 for more information, or visit the website at detailtel.com. Or better yet, drop by the new offices, 335 East 2nd Avenue in Gastonia. AirQuest Home Comfort Systems provide high-energy comfort for your home. Full Service Mechanical carries the complete line of AirQuest systems for your home cooling and heating needs. We know it's hot outside, and the last thing you want is for it to be hot inside too. If your air conditioning is not working, call Full Service Mechanical, 704-259-5040. And if they can't fix it, you don't pay. Contact Full Service Mechanical Heat and Air today for quality and reliability that you can trust, or visit the website at fsmheatandair.com.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
The new Coyote 3510 tractor is now in stock at Weston Sales in Vale. It's what you've been waiting for, a 34 horsepower Coyote tractor for only $17,900. And now you can take $2,500 off all Coyote DK Series tractors. Plus get a free loader on all Coyote CK Series tractors. And buy a new Coyote UTV and get 0% financing. Come on in now for all the details at Weston Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vale. Online at westonsales.com. Get the cutting edge, get the commercial grade with Kubota's new Z700 series commercial zero turn mower that raises the bar for quality, durability, precision, and all-around value from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. No other mower in its class even comes close. Cut with the best, cut with the Kubota Z700 with a comprehensive 2-year warranty. See Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Ask for the new Kubota Z700. It's Rocktoberfest at Crossroads Ford in Shelby. They are mashing down prices even lower than before with special financing and huge cash rebates.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby has just received an additional allocation of inventory from Ford. They are making every deal possible, plus a great line of pre-owned vehicles, over 4,000 vehicles in inventory. Financing like 0% for 72 months with total savings up to over $9,000. Rocktoberfest, where they mash down the prices at Crossroads Ford, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
He did the mash. He did the monster mash.
It's like walking through a time capsule. That's what many people say when they walk through Gaston Pickers in Gastonia, voted Gaston County's #1 antique store. From furniture to collectibles to sports memorabilia, you'll find it, plus consignments too. See the new JS Pottery booth with group demonstrations available. That's Gaston Pickers, 503 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, or take exit 19 off I-85. Open 7 days a week. That's Gaston Pickers in Gastonia.
Come out to the Happy Shack Smoke Shop this week as they celebrate their 1-year anniversary. The Happy Shack is your #1 destination for all things vape and tobacco in the Piedmont of North Carolina. The Happy Shack is located on 4322 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, right across from McKinney Chevrolet. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 and closed on Sundays. You can call the Happy Shack at 980-833-8053, or you can visit them online at happyshack420.com. And listen to Forest View Jaguar Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
Considering hardwood flooring for your home? Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ramlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale, priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow.
Watch and listen to Ashbrook Greenway Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
For years, Hicks Go Forth at Car Fair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia has been providing our area with the finest in late model cars, trucks, and vans. And at Car Fair Auto Sales in Gastonia, they feature on-the-lot financing. Come talk with Hicks about your next vehicle purchase. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8 till 2. Call 704-865-8024. Car Fair Auto Sales, 1320 on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Bessemer City Yellow Jacket Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
Great food at affordable prices at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia and Lowell. At lunch, you can get chopped steak and one side for $5.99. Select from pork or beef barbecue, or get a quarter chicken leg and thigh and one side for $4.99. Select from a wide variety of sides, including new items, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, green beans, homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. At Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, East Garrison Boulevard in Gastonia, and off I-85 at McAdenville Road in Lowell. Online at hillbillysbarbecueandsteaks.com.
Since 1934, that's right, 1934, Watson Insurance Agency has been providing the people of our area with the best possible combination of insurance, risk management techniques, and personalized service in the most efficient manner possible. And today that tradition continues. Watson Insurance is one of the largest independently owned brokers in the Southeast, representing over 30 of the largest and financially sound insurance carriers today. Before you buy, get a quote with offices in Gastonia, Lincoln, and Belmont and Lake Wylie. Find out more at watsoninsurance.com.
Watch and listen to Hunter Husky Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
For over 40 years, Roland Black Heating and Cooling in Gastonia has been serving this area with the finest heating and cooling systems, featuring your comfort specialists trained. Roland Black Heating and Cooling provides expert residential and commercial products and services. Their team of certified technicians will exceed your expectations, and they are always available for a free estimate for your home or business. And visit the new location, 501 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Ram Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
From soak to spin, the Whirlpool Duet Washer and Dryer pair from Hendrick Appliance in Shelby and Gastonia are designed with features that do more, so you have to do less. With advanced features that sense and adapt to provide the perfect clean automatically. Your clothes will never look newer, and laundry day will look a whole lot easier. See them today at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Stuart Kramer Storm Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL1590AM.com.
Introducing the ultimate work all ATV, the all-new Kodiak 700s at Full Throttle Power Sports. The Kodiak 700s deliver big bore performance at a mid-bore price, starting under $7,000, with class-leading power, ultramatic transmission, rear-sealed wet brake, and more. The Kodiak 700 is unbeatable. Visit Full Throttle Power Sports today. Yamaha ATVs, real world tough. Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy in Stanley is Allen Drug Store in downtown Stanley. And now flu shots are available. Come on in now and get your flu shot before flu season hits. You'll get fast, friendly hometown service at Allen Drug Store in Stanley. And delivery is available too. Allen Drug Store, your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy, serving your pharmaceutical needs. Located on Main Street in downtown Stanley next to the Woodshed. And delivery is available too from Allen Drug Store. When you get into a jam with a plumbing problem, call Champion Plumbing Contractors in Gastonia. They feature 24-hour service for all of your emergency problem needs. Just call 704-729-4801. From residential to commercial, Champion Plumbing Contractors will be there for you. They also do remodeling and new construction. Come by and visit the new offices located at 612 South Chestnut Street in Gastonia, right across from Lineberger Park. To be a champion, call the professionals at Champion Plumbing Contractors, 704-729-4801. You're invited to come see the new location of Detailed Telecommunications in Gastonia, now located at 335 East 2nd Avenue. Come tour their Technology Center, where you can see hands-on demonstrations, better serving you with your communication needs. From camera systems to a phone system upgrade, their technicians are professionals and are focused on customer service. Call Detail at 704-867-4507 for more information, or visit the website at detailtel.com. Or better yet, drop by the new offices, 335 East 2nd Avenue in Gastonia. AirQuest Home Comfort Systems provide high-energy comfort for your home. Full Service Mechanical carries the complete line of AirQuest systems for your home cooling and heating needs. We know it's hot outside, and the last thing you want is for it to be hot inside too. If your air conditioning is not working, call Full Service Mechanical, 704-259-5040. And if they can't fix it, you don't pay. Contact Full Service Mechanical Heat and Air today for quality and reliability that you can trust, or visit the website at fsmheatandair.com.
All righty, getting ready to start the third quarter here from Dallas. Dan Howell, Derek Smith, Carson Dockery. Halftime has concluded, and we're ready to start with the Wildcats again on offense, and up 21-0. So a lot of work for Lake Norman Charter to do here in this third and fourth quarter to try to get back into this ball game, and you know, it doesn't get any easier for them as they've got a kickoff here. So here we go to start the third quarter. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be returned by the Wildcats across the 20 now the 25. A nice return, watch out. Close to midfield, slips, almost goes down, but stays up. And I believe that is Rakeem Brown on the return. Yeah, all the way out past the midfield. Did he fumble the football? Is that going to be Lake Norman Charter's football? Let's see.
No indication yet. Nah, let's see. Indication, guys? Please let us know something. They're talking about it. I think his momentum was stopped. The whistle should have blown if it didn't blow, and it should have been, the play should have been over with, because they were just kind of going after the ball at that point once he crossed midfield. They've been trying to strip the ball all night long. Lake Norman Charter has against North Gaston. We noticed that a time or two in the first half.
Well, again, I think they're trying to discuss, hey, did we blow the whistle dead because the pile was kind of, all bunched up.
Yep.
15 seconds before the half.
Really trying to talk this one out.
Taking a long time on this one. There were 3 night turnovers in the first half, none for North Gaston. Might this be their first turnover of the night, or will they call this down? And it'll be Wildcat ball. I think that's what they're going to do. Yes. Yep. There you go. All right. All for naught, so to speak. They will be on the night 49-yard line.
So Rakeem Brown gets the credit for about a 40-yard return out to midfield.
He did not rush it one time in the first half, just the one touchdown catch. So I think they'll take that out of him. But a good return right there by Brown. You know, Brown at one time was more of a runner in this offense, but he's kind of stepped into the receiver position now this year.
Prince Fox rumbling and stumbling.
There you go. A lot of Fox tonight in the second half, I would think. He got nearly 10 on the first down.
Down to the 40-yard line.
Are they going to give it to him or say 9-yard gain? He may be he's just a tad short. Give him 9 on the play, but he's having a good night. Up to 87 yards already just on the first play, his first carry of the second half. I said if he got 85 or 90, they would win the game. See if that holds to form.
Not going to get much there.
No gain. 3rd and 1.
Might have lost a yard.
Might have. Let's see where they marked this one. Yes, he did. But 200 yards of offense in the first half to 111 for Lake Norman Charter. I think the big key was the 3 turnovers.
Fox.
Again,
I don't think he got it. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I mean, again, 21-0. You play field position at this point. I think you kick it away inside the 10, make them go the length of the field.
They're going to go for it.
Wow.
Why not? 21-0 lead.
Well, because I think you can play field position at this point with that lead and your defense.
Yeah, they feel pretty confident.
They must. A lot more confident than me, I guess.
What's interesting to see is if they go quarterback keeper and not go up the middle.
Up the middle,
but they went up the middle, didn't they? And they got it.
Didn't work the 2 previous plays to that one, but that time it worked. So, what do I know?
That's pretty strong to line up and go, hey, we're going to take it right at you again.
Do it again. You know, it's. You got a good 4 on the play. But you're right, the confidence in the running game to run it twice up the middle and get stuffed, to say we're going to do it again and get it when you need it most on 4th down.
There's the option pitch.
Yeah, around the corner.
And that pitch went to Bray Wooten.
Yeah, that time they faked to Fox up the middle, went around the corner after 4 straight plays up the middle. Wooten couldn't cut the corner. Of course, we saw Bray Wooten as a quarterback in this offense.
Yeah, that was his first carry tonight.
Yeah. No gain for Bray Wooten. 2nd and 10 from the 36. There's black stripes that were on this field have begun to fade away tonight on this damp field.
Back to pass. 1-on-1 out there, and that's incomplete. Not a whole lot of contact on that route. Come back and be 3rd down.
South Point 42, Kramer to nothing. The running clock in Belmont. Early 2nd quarter. 3rd quarter, rather.
Got an offsides there on the flag. Yeah, I was going to say that's got to be the early 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it is. But that second half will go by fast now that the clock has begun to run.
Well, now we know Stuart Kramer is going to take an L.
Yep.
That was part of that formula between them, Huss, and Lake Norman Charter. So, you know, it seems to be that all 3 of those teams, we haven't gotten a score in the Ashbrook game, but
we have not.
It seems that it could be possible that all 3 of those teams lose.
Crest 32, Shelby 27 at halftime. Wow, that must be a heck of a game up in Cleveland County. All those points, close game just at half.
Option pitch to Fox, and he'll get about a yard before he's taken down.
Who carried it on 2nd down, by the way, and got that 5 yards?
I believe Fox. So 4th down, I think we're going to get a Christian Stewart extra point here. So Stewart going to line it up.
Wow, this will be a 37-yarder.
What do we have here? Official timeout?
37-yard field goal.
So Stewart on a 37-yard attempt. Snap, hold.
No good.
And you're right, no good.
That's a live ball. It is in college football, apparently not in high school.
I think his heel hit the back line.
Yeah.
So it'll take over on downs. Stewart not too pleased with that, but you've got to wonder how much that affects the kicking game with the condition that turf is in out there. And when these kickers plant that foot, especially with him, he's a right-footed kicker, so that left foot's going to be planted. I mean, you don't know if did he slip a bit, how the snap was held down on that almost mud at this point out there.
Yeah. Not much grass left in between the hashes.
Here's a handoff. This is the kid we haven't seen run the football in quite a while tonight. It's Kurt Wronski, who did a really great job in the first quarter of running the football and got kind of quiet. There's his first attempt since then.
Well, they started passing when they got down a touchdown or so, but Wronski got 7. Their quarterback was 7 of 14 with 2 interceptions in the first half.
Back to pass.
Screen.
Yeah, a little dump down to the fullback. Gets first down.
Got Dugan.
Yep. Sean Dugan.
Got 9 yards.
That'll be a first down. So here are the Knights, ready to go back to work. Handoff to Wronski, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Number 22, Kurt Wronski on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by number 1, Darius Boone.
And Wronski looks like
7 more.
He's hurt or something. Got something going on with him.
So maybe an ankle?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is with him. But we've got an injury timeout, so we'll break with it as well. This is high school football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com. Gaston County Game of the Week. North Gaston up 21-0.
Watch and listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
The new Coyote 3510 tractor is now in stock at Weston Sales in Vale. It's what you've been waiting for. A 34 horsepower Coyote tractor for only $17,900. And now you can take $2,500 off all Coyote DK Series tractors. Plus get a free loader on all Coyote CK Series tractors. And buy a new Coyote UTV and get 0% financing. Come on in now for all the details at Weston Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vale. Online at westonsales.com. Get the cutting edge, get the commercial grade with Kubota's new Z700 series commercial zero turn mower that raises the bar for quality, durability, precision, and all-around value from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. No other mower in its class even comes close. Cut with the best, cut with the Kubota Z700 with a comprehensive 2-year warranty. See Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Ask for the new Kubota Z700.
There they got a first down.
Yeah, Lake Norman there during the break out of that injury timeout ended a little quicker than we thought. First down for them. So 1st and 10 now as they enter North Gaston territory on this same drive here in the third quarter, down 21-0 to the Wildcats. There's a handoff to Ronski. He just falls straight down.
Number 32, Sean Blumen on carry, tackling on the play by number 66, Lathan Bumgarner.
So they lost yardage on that. That'll bring up a second down. As Spooner in that shotgun back at midfield. He'll roll to his right, looking to throw, trying to direct his receiver. He'll toss one up in the air, and it's incomplete. So that'll bring up a third down.
Defending on the play, number 33, Jack West Ever.
Ashbrook 10, Hunter Huss nothing.
So on third down and about 13, Spooner back to pass. He'll throw to his left this time, and there's a catch made for a first down. That's a nice catch. Catch made out there by David Gonzalez.
Do a paramedic go to the home bleachers, please. A paramedic to the home bleachers.
So that'll bring up now a first down as Lake Norman looking to get a score here. Rolling out to the right goes Spooner, and that's incomplete.
Number 12, Teddy Spooner pass falls incomplete. Pass the team to number 32, Sean Dugan.
So as it stands now, if all three of these teams lose, and all three are losing, Huss, Lake Norman Charter, and Cramerton, Lake Norman Charter would still get the #1 seed among the 2As, which is hard to believe. But I guess when the other two lose, they're still ahead of them, so that's why.
Spooner again incomplete. Bring up third down and 10.
Number 12, Teddy Spooner pass to number 10, Connor Noble falls incomplete.
But it's just 10-0 Ashbrook over Huss. That game is not yet to be determined. Cramerton will not beat South Point, and it's looking less likely that the Knights will come from 21 points down to beat North Gaston tonight as we get midway through to the later portions of this third quarter.
Yeah, on the 3rd and 10, and that pass is caught, but hit quickly by North Gaston for a gain of only about, maybe actually lost one on that one, 4th down.
That was Dugan. They've had to throw it a lot now. 20 attempts, 10 completions, 50%, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Penalty flag.
And we got an offsides.
Illegal procedure, false start penalty on the Knights.
3rd penalty of the night, 20 yards. Lincoln 31, Maiden nothing. 3rd quarter score. Lincoln will be the #2 seed in that league behind the East Lincoln Mustangs, who are trying to cap out their 2nd straight undefeated regular season. I think Surratt was set to break Chris Leake's passing record tonight at East Lincoln.
Oh, fumble, and I think the Wildcats got it.
Yep.
Wildcat football.
Spooner just dropped it. That is the turnover.
He dropped back to pass and had that football looking to hurl it out there to his wide receiver, and before it even took place, kind of on the move, backpedaling, and just dropped it. Slipped out of his hands. And speaking of slipping out of his hands, this one's really slipping away from the Knights, Lake Norman.
Senior Pearson Messer and senior Shelby Hayes. These four are performing and cheering tonight for the final time ever here at June Night Stadium. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Wildcats should just run this offense, run some clock out, get into this fourth quarter, and enjoy senior night. Fox stays in bounds. Clock will continue. He was down after the ball came loose.
Yeah, heavy dose of Fox, I would suspect. He's up to almost 100 yards. I mean, if they can get 100-yard back, you know, they're going to win a lot of games. Unfortunately, that didn't happen a whole lot this season for them. And they lose 13 seniors, Fox among them. So Patton will be rebuilding again here in Dallas next season.
Handoff underneath.
Bryce
He
Cobb
fumbled the
fumbled it.
football,
Yep.
but jumping back on top of it was the quarterback, Wiggins. Yeah, Bryce Cobb was the one who got the handoff, and he fumbled it. So that's a loss on the play. That's 35-yard line.
It's the first time they've dropped one tonight. Third and long.
Here's the option. Fox. He's got a lot of room to run.
Yes, he did. Got a good bit of it back.
But he did not get enough for that first down. So what do they do here?
I think you punt. I mean, I don't see any reason why you don't punt it. You've played good defense. You punt them back, make them go the distance.
The only reason why I don't think they're showing any type of punt tonight on these fourth downs, Derek, honestly, is because of the lead that they've got, along with it being senior night. And honestly, no hopes for a playoff. So it's kind of an anything goes, tonight, I think, for this team.
Could be a good point.
So they'll talk about it during this timeout. Well, the Wildcats.
See if we got anything else updated here on the scoreboard. Yeah, I got a few things here. What do we got here? Pinecrest 28, Hope County 14. A little news on Pinecrest today, huh?
Yeah, in a game that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, they'll still play the game, and even though you hear the Pinecrest score there, they're up. They're actually going to lose that game even before it kicked off.
Yeah.
They have forfeited every...
Well, they forfeit the previous games, but I would think tonight would
you're right.
be subject to that.
You're right. So, reported that they play with an ineligible player for the whole season. Don't know any more than that. This is a football team that was very, very good. At one point, looked to be the #1 team in the state by some publications, and they will not play in the playoffs.
They're just now going to halftime at Forest View. Does that surprise you? South Point now 49-0 on their little brothers from nearby Cramerton.
Fox, don't think he got it. His knee actually looked down at the 49, but they'll mark it at the 50, and it'll be short. It'll be a turnover on down.
He was real close, wasn't he? Well, Stuart Cramer still has a way to go, just in their second year of varsity football. The first time they've had seniors on that team this year. Played a year of JV, third year overall, second varsity year. Finally got a senior class in that school and on their athletic field. But I would think they're going to be able to make some noise here pretty soon if they don't make the playoffs this year. I think that would be the goal for next year. Again, I think they felt like they could get in this year.
There's a handoff, pushed out of bounds over there on the sideline goes Joshua Jones for Lake Norman.
4 yards for Jones. But, really outside of South Point, this is a winnable conference. I mean, maybe not winning it, but, second place is wide open in this league every year because, it's like South Point and everybody else. Let's be honest about it. Holding call probably.
Yep, that's going to come back. That's a nice run out there by Spooner, but Delt will bring it back.
I guess you could call this league competitive if you want to look at it, glass half full perspective. But just, not a lot of good teams in this league. Certainly based on wins and losses. Forest View certainly is down a little bit. They had a lot of talent around Mo Neal. Don't have quite the talent around Mo Neal this year as they've had in years past. Ashbrook is the big enigma in this county. They say that they have a lot of athletes. We perceive they have a lot of athletes. That's the word around town, but yet, wins and losses don't indicate that for them. East Gaston, you don't really know what you're getting with them year in and year out. Huss has been good. They're down. They've got to rebuild a little bit under a new coaching regime. And North Gaston has been down. Stuart Kramer in New School.
There's a toss. Toss goes.
Gronsky, wasn't it?
Yeah, to Gronsky. Back almost to the original. Well, got a couple yards past the original line of scrimmage.
But I don't know how many years in a row or how many years out of how many years South Point will have won the conference again this year. But, they have just absolutely dominated this league. There's just no – even when Crest was in this league, they dominated it. I don't think Crest ever won the Big South when they were in this league for the 4-year classification.
Back to throw, it's incomplete. Lake Norman is just not going to look like they're going to throw their way back into this game tonight.
Doesn't look like it. 10 of 21, under 50% now. He looks to have a good arm, but is not very accurate. Or certainly has not been tonight. They fell behind the turnover that set up the touchdown. Then right before half, that kind of killed them. Put them down 21-0. And they've never recovered.
Spooner hit as he threw it and almost picked off.
But give North Gaston some credit. They really didn't have a whole lot to play for tonight. When you look at the big picture, which is the playoffs, Lake Norman Charter did have something to play for. Certainly a win guaranteed them to get in. They're still going to get in based on what happens across the county tonight. It looks like it's going to fall into place for Lake Norman to lose and still get in. But, is this the kind of performance you want going into the state playoffs, a performance like tonight if you're Lake Norman Charter? Certainly not. North Gaston, nothing to play for, no playoffs, just playing for their seniors, playing for the pride, playing for their last time here in Dallas, and they've come out to play tonight and, give them some credit as Wiggins goes up the middle, but the penalty flag is dropped right there in front of him. Probably a hold right there, too. These guys have been practicing since August the 1st. Would have been easy to go out to practice this week and just kind of go through the motions and say, all right, this is going to be over with. Let's just get this done and be gone with the season. But they have not done that. I think you got to credit the coaching staff for keeping these guys focused this week and letting them know there was something to play for tonight. Each other, the seniors, the school, and certainly for those who will come back next year. A good feeling in the weight room in the off season about, maybe turning this thing around next year here in Dallas. And they've got the fan support out here. They've got a good head coach in Mike Patton. He's got good assistants.
There's a nice hit by Lake Norman on Prince Fox. He won't go very far on that first down. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So there you have it, 21-0. We stay. That's where we started the third. We'll go to the fourth. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. Wildcats up, 21-0. This is high school football right here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's Rocktoberfest at Crossroads Ford in Shelby. They are mashing down prices even lower than before with special financing and huge cash rebates.
I was working in the lab late one night.
Crossroads Ford in Shelby has just received an additional allocation of inventory from Ford. They are making every deal possible, plus a great line of pre-owned vehicles, over 4,000 vehicles in inventory. Financing like 0% for 72 months with total savings up to over $9,000. Rocktoberfest, where they mash down the prices at Crossroads Ford, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
It is the monster.
It's like walking through a time capsule. That's what many people say when they walk through Gaston Pickers in Gastonia, voted Gaston County's #1 antique store. From furniture to collectibles to sports memorabilia, you'll find it, plus consignments too. See the new JS Pottery booth with group demonstrations available. That's Gaston Pickers, 503 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, or take exit 19 off I-85. Open 7 days a week. That's Gaston Pickers in Gastonia.
All right, we're ready to start the fourth quarter. This is the final fourth quarter of your regular season 2015 right here on KTCBroadcasting.com. And the North Gaston Wildcats on top of Lake Norman Charter, 21-0. They've got the football on a second down and long as we switch sides here. Now North Gaston will finish up, moving left to right on your screen. Back to pass. Man wide open. Caught. And he had daylight, didn't he? Look, the referee fell down out there too as he was running down trying to catch up on that play, and he looks like he might be a little hurt. He slipped.
Yeah, 20-yard
as well.
catch. Who caught that, by the way? That was Bryce Cobb, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Bryce Cobb was wide open. So the referee slipped and fell too, I'm telling you. Just because it's not raining does not mean it's not slippery.
Well, it's not raining now. It's rained every day for 2 weeks practically. I've not seen the sun in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
It has been dreary and damp and wet for weeks now, and apparently more coming this weekend.
There's an option pitch, and that Bray Wooten. Going to go to Bray Wooten. We got a flag on the play, I believe. Do we? No, maybe we don't.
I planted that grass seed 2 weeks ago, and a lot of rain, but I need some sunshine too, doesn't it? To come up. Am I wrong about that?
It sure does.
I think it will come up, but I think part of the equation is sunshine and rain and moderate temperatures this time of the year, which is still good growing conditions for that type of fescue grass. But no sun for my grass the last 2 weeks.
Another option pitch.
That was Brown this time getting his first carry, although he's been effective in the passing department tonight.
Yeah, that seed coating's got to bust. So, in order for that
I use good
grass to come out.
Yep, I use good pin-coated Pennington seed.
Yeah. So a good combination of water and then that sun baking it up should bust it out. You're right, you do need the sun.
Well, maybe we'll get some.
Third down play. Pass over the middle goes incomplete for North Gaston to bring up fourth down. And let's see if we see Christian Stewart right here get to redeem himself on a field goal that was missed last time. Yep, here he comes.
This is in his range. Didn't get much lift on it. Let's see. It's on the 24-yard line. So 24 plus 7 would be 33. 31, maybe 32. Let's see where they're going to spot that. I'm going to call it a 32-yard field goal. Right side hash.
Yep, there's the kick.
He might have got that one.
That's a nice looking kick.
Yeah.
Good.
32-yarder.
So nice kick to make it 24-0. North Gaston rolling here in quarter number 4. We'll be right back.
Come out to the Happy Shack Smoke Shop this week as they celebrate their 1-year anniversary. The Happy Shack is your #1 destination for all things vape and tobacco in the Piedmont of North Carolina. The Happy Shack is located on 4322 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia, right across from McKinney Chevrolet. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 and closed on Sundays. You can call the Happy Shack at 980-833-8053 or you can visit them online at happyshack420.com. And listen to Forest View Jaguar Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
Considering hardwood flooring for your home? Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale. Priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. At Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow.
Watch and listen to Ashbrook Greenway Sports on ktcbroadcast.com and WCSL1590am.com.
Well, 24-0. At this point, you think it's a little too late for Lake Norman?
Yeah, they've showed no ability to even, get in the end zone tonight, much less come from 24 points down. Their passing has been sketchy. That's the way they would have to get back into it. 10 of 22, below 50%, 2 interceptions. The running game has only yielded 37 yards rushing tonight. They got less than 30 yards in this second half.
Returning, there's a big hit. Cody Moses, only 5'5", not very big out there. He got a nice little return, and Lake Norman down the stretch on offense again. Parker Farm Service at Kings Mountain Offensive Player of the Game and West End Sales of Vale Defensive Player of the Game after this one's over tonight. Spooner on the run, a nice toss for a first down.
Tackling the play by number 31, Ethan Costner.
Hold up play as the chains reset on the first down.
First down?
Yep. Now we're ready to go back to work for the Knights of Lake Norman. Yeah, a lot of passing going on in this second half. Not sure that's something they do a whole lot. Here's a handoff. And a nice defensive tackle there by North Gaston. Handoff went back. Shotgun. Goes Spooner on a second down. Loss of about 2 there on that last play. Go right back to their bread and butter. Bring up third down. And that's been shown Kurt Ronski all night. So on third down, Spooner has his back on his right hip. No flag. Looked like North Gaston jumped a little early. Spooner's going to have to scramble. Hops a defender and finally taken down right across midfield, but got the first down.
14-yard gain.
Spooner gets right back up, tosses the football to the referee to spot it, and so they can go. But they'll have to wait for the chain gang to do their part.
Forest View 42, East Gaston 28, late third quarter.
That one kind of surprises me.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Forest View ever really figured out their identity until maybe tonight. I don't know. I couldn't figure them out all year. Here's a toss, and it's going to be picked off, and there's a lot of room over there and some blocking ahead of it. And look at the speed for a touchdown. No flags on that one. But Rakeem Brown gets another touchdown tonight. Actually, that was not Rakeem Brown. That was Quadri Watson. That's why it looked so fast, because Watson had the football. He's also on the return team for this North Gaston bunch. He's got the speed. As soon as he caught that, he was gone. There was nobody over there really to stop him. He had one lead blocker over there, and he didn't even really need that.
About a 59-yard interception return for a touchdown.
30-0. As this extra point looks to make it 31. Snap. Fake field goal, a pitch. And the two-point conversion's good.
Who ran that in?
Christian Stewart. 32-0. With 8:36 left in the game, North Gaston rolling to victory tonight here on the final night of regular season. This is high school football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
For years, Hicks Go Forth at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia has been providing our area with the finest in late model cars, trucks, and vans. And at Carfair Auto Sales in Gastonia, they feature on-the-lot financing. Come talk with Hicks about your next vehicle purchase. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8 till 2. Call 704-865-8024. Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Bessemer City Yellow Jacket Sports on KTCBroadcasting.com and WCSL 1590 AM.
Great food at affordable prices at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks in Gastonia and Lowell. At lunch, you can get chopped steak and one side for $5.99. Select from pork or beef barbecue, or get a quarter chicken leg and thigh and one side for $4.99. Select from a wide variety of sides, including new items, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, green beans, homemade mashed potatoes, and gravy. At Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks, East Garrison Boulevard in Gastonia, and off I-85 at McAdenville Road in Lowell. Online at hillbillysbarbecueandsteaks.com.
All right, welcome back, Lake Norman. After the touchdown, going to return another kickoff here and go on offense. At this point, just probably playing for pride, maybe to get us at least one score.
At a final, South Point 56, Cramerton nothing.
Shotgun snap. Tough night tonight for Lake Norman. There's a sack in the backfield. Spooner. You know, Spooner's a decent quarterback. He's got a good arm, and he seems to have made some very smart plays tonight, but, you know, sometimes you just can't get your guys on the same page, and
Well, let's give the Wildcat defense some credit. You know, we thought they played real good defense against Ashbrook, shut them out, and they're now shutting out this team tonight. And so maybe this defense, despite what the statistics look like, you know, are a good defensive team, you know, when they come to play. And they have come to play tonight. They came to play against Ashbrook as well.
All right, so another timeout. We'll break with it. 32-0. North Gaston on top as we come back to maybe close this one out here from Dallas.
Since 1934. That's right, 1934. Watson Insurance Agency has been providing the people of our area with the best possible combination of insurance, risk management techniques, and personalized service in the most efficient manner possible. And today that tradition continues. Watson Insurance is one of the largest independently owned brokers in the Southeast, representing over 30 of the largest and financially sound insurance carriers today. Before you buy, get a quote with offices in Gastonia, Lincoln, and Belmont and Lake Wylie. Find out more at watsoninsurance.com.
Watch and listen to Hunter Husky Sports on KTCBroadcast.com and WCSL 1590 AM.
Back out of the timeout. Here's Spooner on a scramble looking to throw the football. Almost picked off. Bring up third down on the incomplete pass.
Shelby 33, Crest 32. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Final Kings Mountain 34, East Burke nothing. On the play. Third and 15 may just get worse now.
Yeah.
Norman Charter.
Looks like it.
Actually, it's going to be on North Gaston. So hold it up upon further review. 3rd and 9 now for the Knights.
Back to pass.
Wide open.
Yeah, nice pass there.
Got the first down.
Catch is made.
Got 12 on the play. Is that Ronsky or Dugan?
Ronsky.
Yeah, Ronsky. Boys, he's gotten dirty tonight.
He's had a good game.
$37 yards rushing, a couple of catches tonight. But that's kind of been the highlight for these Knights tonight, as they will limp into the 2A state playoffs next week.
Pass incomplete.
North Gaston High School would like to recognize the classes of 1972 through 79 who are having a joint reunion this weekend.
6:48 to go, fourth quarter of play. Passing has slowed down this clock a little bit in the second half when the Knights have had the football. Sure, the Wildcats like to get this thing back and run some clock and get out of here. Cap off a season that a little bit disappointing, but certainly, as we mentioned, you know, you want to win your last game.
That catch was made out there. Tackled inbounds. Clock will continue to run. It'll be 3rd down for Lake Norman. Back to pass goes Spooner. He's in trouble back there. Looking to pass. Now he will pass. And there's a catch made again. For a first down.
10-yard catch for Ronsky.
Reminds you of, I think it's Edelman of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Out there. Those guys that pick up on some of these teams in the slot position. Spooner again, looking, gonna throw it over there toward him, and it's caught again by him, Derek, for a first down and some more. So Ronsky again. Catch and run, move the chains.
19 yards.
See what route he runs this time. So he might be. No, he's back. No, he's getting a breather. I think he's not even in on this play. Screen pass, caught. There's the run, forced out of bounds. Joshua Jones.
Joshua Jones, first out of bounds, number 2, Joaquin Brown.
9-yard catch to Jones. Quarterback now 16 of 31, still just right at 50%, 3 interceptions. 166 yards passing for a running team, huh?
Catch made inside the 5 toward the pylon and a touchdown. There you have it. They get on the scoreboard tonight.
18 yards.
Connor Noble on the catch and the score. Makes it 32-6. 32-6, Wildcats. North Gaston on top. Lake Norman able to get a touchdown right there on that one. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. So 32-7. We'll be right back. Wildcats on top. You see it right there. 5:22 to go.
For over 40 years, Roland Black Heating and Cooling in Gastonia has been serving this area with the finest heating and cooling systems, featuring your comfort specialists trained. Roland Black Heating and Cooling provides expert residential and commercial products and services. Their team of certified technicians will exceed your expectations, and they are always available for a free estimate for your home or business. And visit the new location, 501 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
And listen to Highland Tech Rams Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
From soak to spin, the Whirlpool Duet Washer and Dryer pair from Hendrick Appliance in Shelby and Gastonia are designed with features that do more, so you have to do less. With advanced features that sense and adapt to provide the perfect clean automatically. Your clothes will never look newer, and laundry day will look a whole lot easier. See them today at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia.
Watch and listen to Stuart Kramer Storm Sports on ktcbroadcasting.com and WCSL1590am.com.
Introducing the ultimate work all ATV, the all-new Kodiak 700s at Full Throttle Power Sports. The Kodiak 700s deliver big bore performance at a mid-bore price, starting under $7 grand, with class-leading power, ultramatic transmission, rear-sealed wet brake, and more. The Kodiak 700 is unbeatable. Visit Full Throttle Power Sports today. Yamaha ATVs, real world tough. Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 220585 at 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Your dependable independent neighborhood pharmacy in Stanley is Allen Drug Store in downtown Stanley. And now flu shots are available. Come on in now and get your flu shot before flu season hits. You'll get fast, friendly hometown service at Allen Drug Store in Stanley. And delivery is available too. Allen Drug Store, your dependable, independent neighborhood pharmacy, serving your pharmaceutical needs. Located on Main Street in downtown Stanley next to the Woodshed. And delivery is available too from Allen Drug Store.
So there was an onside kick by Lake Norman returned by North Gaston, and after the play, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Wildcats. That'll back them up. I don't think they care too much with 5-something left in this game. And more than anything, that was a senior moment was what that was on that call. I mean, that was just one of the seniors, Lathan Bumgarner, on the return, got up after the return when he was tackled, got up and did the routine NFL first down pose is what he did. And he got a flag for it. But you know what? You're a senior.
Hey,
what the heck?
I mean, you know, what the heck? What are they going to do, make you run the laps tomorrow? I mean, you know, it's over with. 10-yard gain?
Yeah, for Wiggins.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? You know, senior, you know, just, yeah. Make him run laps tomorrow? I mean, what are they going to do here?
He's going to be running Monday on the rest of them.
Fake handoff, slipping was Wiggins, but you know what? That'll just let the clock run here.
Well, they need a first down or two. I mean, they're going to give it right back to this Lake Norman Charter team who's going to throw it on every down. And we'll never get out of here. Hit all that traffic in downtown Dallas tonight. Around the court square.
Wildcats. Gonna toss it to Fox.
No gain, 4th down.
I'm sitting here saying, what is Fox doing in the game? But he's a senior. That's why he's in the game.
23 carries, 112 yards. He'll go out on top with his class and his team tonight. Good performance, a touchdown, gets in the end zone. You know, he's going to remember this night for a long time. The victory, the touchdown, the win. You know, this will help erase some of the memories of a tough season this year for North Gaston. They were beaten badly a couple of times by North Gaston, by South Point. Got beat by Stuart Kramer, I believe.
Quarterback keeper, Wiggins. And he's going to run out of bounds.
Number 7, Ethan Wiggins, quarterback keeper. Zone play is a first down, Wildcats.
35-yard run. Clock down to 3:01. This might about do it, my friend.
Handoff, Fox. He gets 2.
Letting a lot of time run down on that clock. Almost a minute since the last play. Close to it.
2nd down, 8. Option pitch. Fox. Driven out of bounds. So, offensive player of the game brought to you by Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain will go to Prince Fox. Over 100 yards tonight. Touchdown for him. Congratulations to him on senior night. And our defensive player of the game is going to go to Jarquez Elder, who had that interception early on in this one to put his team up 14-0. That's brought to you by West End Sales of Vail. So congratulations to those two. Here's the option to that other side. Fox just ran over a guy on the first down. Let's see if they even punch one in here in the end zone. Still got plenty of time, 1:33. So, minute 33 left on the clock. There's a handoff short of the goal line, it looks like.
Number 7, Ethan Wiggins.
That was Ethan Wiggins. Someone called a timeout. I think it looks like they're going to make some changes here for some guys for the Wildcats. So it looks like we've got an official timeout here to sort out the substitution. And first down, we've got a penalty flag. Is this on an illegal substitution? Too many men on the field? Let's see.
Illegal substitution in the Wildcats.
Legal substitution against the Wildcats. Handoff.
1 minute remaining game.
Maybe a loss on that play. And that'll be a turnover on down. So Lake Norman Charter will get it right back. After a turnover on downs right there. Here they are on a handoff. Bring up second down. Let's see if they'll get another play off here. The clock will now run up under 20 seconds. And that will do it. Here from Dallas on senior night, the Wildcats of North Gaston, the winners, 32-7. You see the final right there. Carson Dockery, 32-7. High school football right here, ktcbroadcasting.com. And that does do it. So for myself, Derek Smith, Carson Dockery, this has been fun tonight on a Friday night, last regular season game. We will do this again somewhere next week. Audio only though, folks. No videos allowed as we start the playoffs. So myself and Derek Smith will be somewhere next week. More than likely, from what we were talking earlier, it could be South Point, as they are probably one of the local teams that will host. Everyone else may go on the road, but stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. We'll see you next Friday night from somewhere. Derek Smith, Ben Howell saying so long. This has been high school football, Gaston County Game of the Week, right here on ktcbroadcasting.com. Good night, everybody.